Hello everybody, this is Terry Jeanette with the Tapping Flamingo. Today's video, I'm going to talk a little bit about beading wire. Now there are a ton of different types of beading wire out there that you can purchase. And I know I get asked the question a lot as to what I'm using in my projects. And so today, I'm going to tell you what that is. And I know there's going to be a lot of people that go, you should never use that. I'm going to be told that my piece won't last very long and that I'll get a lot of stretch to it and it will come apart. Well, I've had a lot of my pieces using this particular thing I'm getting ready to talk about. 30 years ago I made them and they're still in good condition. So let me show you some of these things. Now these are some of the first things that I made, actually the second time I started making jewelry. I started making jewelry when I was in junior high and early high school, and then after I graduated from high school, I was too busy with college and all, and I didn't really get back into it until after I was married. Now I've been married for almost 40 years, and so these pieces are over 30 years old that I'm talking about. So what is it I use? I use 20-pound fishing wire. Yep, fishing wire. Now, I'm not going to mention any particular company's names. There are companies out there that do make fishing wire, and then they just repackage it, and they have the same thing that they use for beading wire. It's the same exact thing. It's just in a different package, and it costs more. So fishing wire is fine. Let me take you on a tour of some of these things that I've had for over 30 years. Now this first piece, this is sterling silver here. I need to get a polishing cloth and polish that up. It has been a long time since I've worn it, but I used to wear this all the time. I had this, and then I had a bracelet and a pair of earrings that I used to wear all the time. And this is made of fishing line, 20 pound. You don't want to go, I've read up a lot on this, and people are saying, oh, you can use 8 pound or 6 pound. No, you want to use 20 pound. The other day I was at a class up at the senior center, and they were using 8 pound fishing line, and it was way too thin. You need to use 20 pound, and there is a difference. And it will hold up better, and it's just, you just get a better product by using the more weighted fishing line. Now, I wouldn't go more than that, but 20 pound is a good weight. This piece is another piece I have worn a lot. It needs to be cleaned up some. I haven't worn it for several years, but again, I use the fishing line. It's mother of pearl and some little pink crystals, and I used to wear this and stack little tiny bracelets with it. Little tiny necklaces with it. In fact, you know what? It's going to go good with what I have on. I think I'm going to put it on. But again, it's 30 years. Fishing line. It's not coming apart. Look at the fluidity in that. I forgot about this necklace. I really like it. I need to start wearing it more, but it's nice. Here's a necklace I made for my daughter, who is, oh, how old is she? 32? Is she 32? 31? Can't keep track of how old my kids are. But I made this for her. She memorized a whole bunch of Bible verses, and she got this little charm. And so when she was 8 years old, I made this little necklace for her. I need to give it to her. Maybe her daughter might want to wear it. But again, she wore it quite a bit, and it is fine. It is not broken or stretched out of shape. The last two pieces I want to show you, the same thing. I wore the heck out of these. They are in good shape. Fishing line is good to use. Like I said, 20 pound. You don't want to go any thinner than that. And you don't want to go any thicker than that either. And these are all very light pieces that I've shown you here, except for the one I have on, the one that's kind of like this. It is a little bit more weightier. But my mom has a lot of necklaces that I made her at first that are weightier, and she actually hangs them. She doesn't put them like in a jewelry box. They are hung, and they have not stretched out. And I do have a lot of necklaces that are maybe 10 years old that I have hung, and they have not stretched out. One other thing, I just talked to my husband and my son. Both of them fish a lot, and I asked them if they have problems with fishing line stretching. And both of them said not really. In fact, my son actually pointed out something that is like, duh. He says, you're not going to be wearing 20 pounds or even 10 pounds around your neck. How heavy are actually the beads? That is a really good point. You're not going to have a really heavy necklace where it's going to stretch your beading wire or your fishing line. So that's what I use, 20-pound fishing line. Every once in a while I'll use some beading wire, but for the most part, 20-pound fishing line, and it is not going to stretch out. I mean, if you sat there and did this, yeah, you might have problems, but I don't think you're going to treat your pieces of jewelry that way. So the next time somebody says, oh, don't use that, but you can use monofilament that's in the jewelry department, it's the same stuff. Anyway, I hope this helps, and I hope you all have a fantastically wonderful day. This is Terry Jeanette with the Tapping Flamingo, signing out for now. Bye-bye.